How to have a positive mindset. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to thrive no matter what life throws at them, while others crumble under pressure? Is it luck? Genetics? Or is it something deeper? Something within their control? What if I told you that the secret to happiness, success, and resilience isn't found in your circumstances, but in your mindset? That you have the power, right now, to rewire your thinking and shape a future brighter than you ever imagined? Stick with me, because by the end of this, you'll walk away with tools that can change your life forever. The foundation of a positive mindset. Most of us go through life thinking that happiness and success are the results of external conditions. But have you noticed? The happiest people aren't always the wealthiest, the most talented, or even the most fortunate. Then what separates them from the rest? Their mindset. Have you ever stopped to ask yourself, what is my default reaction to challenges? Do I see setbacks as a sign to give up, or as an opportunity to grow? As Carol S. Dweck explains in Mindset, the New Psychology of Success, becoming is better than being. This means that those with a growth mindset, those who believe they can improve and adapt, are the ones who unlock true success. If you believe that your abilities and intelligence can develop with effort, you are more likely to take on challenges, learn from criticism, and persist in the face of adversity. Take Thomas Edison, for example. When asked about his thousands of failed attempts to invent the light bulb, he said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." What if he had given up after his first few failures? Would we have the world-changing invention we take for granted today? But here's the reality. Many of us operate with a fixed mindset, assuming our abilities are set in stone. This mindset makes challenges seem like threats rather than opportunities. The good news? You have the power to change this. Action item. Become aware of your thought patterns. Before we can change anything, we must first recognize it. Over the next 24 hours, observe your thoughts. Do you default to negativity? Do you criticize yourself or expect the worst? Simply becoming aware of these tendencies is the first step to shifting them. A great exercise from James Clear's Atomic Habits is to name your thoughts. When a negative thought arises, label it. That's self-doubt, or that's fear talking. By naming it, you separate yourself from it and reduce its power. Now ask yourself, if my thoughts shape my reality, what kind of world am I creating for myself? Psychologist Martin Seligman, known as the father of positive psychology, discovered that people with an optimistic explanatory style, those who see setbacks as temporary and specific rather than permanent and pervasive, are not only happier, but also more successful. What does this tell us? That shifting how we interpret life's events can make a profound difference in our overall well-being and achievements. Challenge yourself. Reframe one negative thought today. Catch yourself in a moment of negativity. Instead of saying, "I'll never get better at this," say, "I'm still learning and every effort counts." This simple shift plants the seeds of a more positive mindset, setting you up for a future filled with growth and resilience. Rewriting the script in your head. Your mind is a battlefield, and every day you're either winning or losing based on the thoughts you entertain. But here's the problem. We are programmed from a young age to focus on what's wrong. It's a survival mechanism. Then what can we do to override this outdated programming? Dr. Daniel Kahneman, Nobel Prize-winning author of Thinking Fast and Slow, explains that our brains operate using two systems. System 1, which is fast and instinctual, and System 2, which is slower and more analytical. Negative thinking often originates in System 1. It's automatic and rooted in past experiences. To challenge it, we must activate System 2 and deliberately reframe our thoughts. Neuroscientist Dr. Joe Dispenza, in Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself, explains, the moment you accept that you are the creator of your thoughts, you take the first step toward rewiring your mind. This means recognizing that every thought carries energy, either empowering or limiting you. Action item. Challenge negative thoughts. Every time a negative thought enters your mind, ask yourself, is this thought factual or just an assumption? Would I say this to a friend? What's a more empowering way to see this situation? Dr. Norman Doidge, in The Brain That Changes Itself, discusses neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to rewire itself based on repeated thought patterns. When you challenge negative thoughts and replace them with constructive ones, you physically change the neural pathways in your brain. In essence, you are shaping a more positive and resilient mind with every new thought you choose. Action item: create a thought journal. Write down 3 negative thoughts you frequently have and flip them into positive ones. Instead of, "I always fail," say, "Every setback teaches me something valuable." By consciously choosing better thoughts, you reinforce healthier mental patterns. Harvard psychologist Sean Acker, in The Happiness Advantage, found that people who wrote down positive experiences daily for 21 days rewired their brains to scan for positivity naturally. This means that rewriting the script in your head isn't just feel-good advice, it's backed by science. Challenge yourself, interrupt negative loops. The next time you find yourself in a cycle of negative thinking, pause. Take a deep breath. Ask yourself, is this helping me? If not, consciously replace it with a more constructive thought. The power of words. Speak life into your future. Words hold incredible power. They shape our thoughts, influence our emotions, and ultimately define our reality. Scientific studies show that the language we use can directly impact our brain's wiring. According to Dr. Andrew Newberg, in his book Words Can Change Your Brain, a single word has the power to influence the expression of genes that regulate physical and emotional stress. The ancient Greek philosopher Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This principle highlights how our words, both spoken and unspoken, affect our perception of reality. When we use positive language, we reinforce neural pathways that encourage optimism and resilience. Neuroscientific research also supports this. Studies conducted at the University of Pennsylvania found that individuals who frequently use positive language show increased activity in the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain associated with decision-making and problem-solving. Action item: daily positive affirmations. Every morning, stand in front of the mirror and declare powerful affirmations. I am capable, strong, and resilient. I attract opportunities that help me grow. Today, I choose joy and positivity. Say them with conviction. Your brain will start to believe them. Challenge yourself. Be mindful of the words you use. The next time you catch yourself saying, "I'm terrible at this," or "I'll never succeed," stop. Reframe it. I am learning and improving every day. This small shift can have a massive impact on your confidence and outlook. The influence of your environment. Your environment shapes you more than you realize. The people you surround yourself with, the media you consume, and the places you frequent all influence your mindset and trajectory in life. Motivational speaker Jim Rohn once said, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." This means that if you surround yourself with negative, unmotivated people, their energy and attitudes will likely rub off on you. But if you spend time with positive, driven individuals, their mindset and ambition will elevate you. Former U.S. President Theodore Roosevelt famously said, "Do what you can with what you have where you are." This statement is a powerful reminder that we don't need to be in the perfect environment to succeed. We need to create the right environment for ourselves. Action item: audit your environment. Who do you spend the most time with? Are they lifting you up or holding you back? What kind of content do you consume? Is it inspiring and educational, or draining and negative? Does your physical space support productivity and well-being? If your current environment isn't serving you, take action. Seek out mentors, join communities of like-minded people, and declutter both your physical and mental spaces. Leaders throughout history have understood the power of environment. Former British Prime Minister Winston Churchill believed in surrounding himself with strategic thinkers and visionaries. He stated, "To each, there comes in their lifetime a special moment when they are figuratively tapped on the shoulder and offered the chance to do a very special thing." Your environment determines whether you're ready for those moments when they arrive. Similarly, former U.S. President Barack Obama once remarked, "The best way to not feel hopeless is to get up and do something." His words highlight the importance of taking control of your surroundings and making deliberate choices to improve your circumstances. Challenge yourself. Make a change today. Replace one negative influence in your life with a positive one. Unfollow social media accounts that drain your energy and replace them with inspiring ones. Create a workspace that energizes you and fosters creativity. Motivational speaker Tony Robbins teaches that proximity is power. If you want to be successful, put yourself in environments where success is nurtured. Seek out mentors. Read books that challenge your thinking, and surround yourself with people who push you to be better. By taking control of your environment, you set yourself up for a future where growth and success become inevitable. Gratitude. The fastest way to rewire your brain. Gratitude is one of the simplest yet most powerful tools for transforming your mindset. Studies in neuroscience have shown that practicing gratitude can literally rewire your brain, making you more optimistic, resilient, and happier. The best part? It doesn't cost a thing. Sean Achor, a leading positive psychology expert and TED Talk speaker, explains in his talk The Happy Secret to Better Work, gratitude changes the lens through which we see the world. He highlights that writing down just 3 things you're grateful for every day can significantly increase your happiness levels in as little as 21 days. By training your brain to look for positives, you start shifting your entire perspective on life. Tony Robbins, one of the world's most influential life coaches, frequently emphasizes the importance of gratitude. He says, "When you are grateful, fear disappears and abundance appears." Robbins explains that gratitude interrupts negative emotional patterns and replaces them with positive reinforcement. If you want to rewire your mind for success, start with gratitude. Dr. Robert Emmons, a leading researcher on gratitude, conducted studies showing that people who consistently practice gratitude report lower stress levels, stronger immune systems, and better sleep. His research suggests that gratitude activates the brain's reward system, releasing dopamine and serotonin, 2 neurotransmitters that boost happiness. Similarly, in a TED Talk titled, "Want to be Happy? Be Grateful," Brother David Steindl-Rast, a Benedictine monk, shares a profound insight. It is not happiness that makes us grateful, it is gratitude that makes us happy. This challenges the common belief that we need to be successful first to feel grateful. Instead, we can cultivate gratitude regardless of our circumstances, and in doing so, we create happiness from within. Many successful people credit their happiness and success to a daily gratitude practice. Oprah Winfrey, a strong advocate for gratitude, once said, "Be thankful for what you have. You'll end up having more. If you concentrate on what you don't have, you will never, ever have enough." Oprah has kept a gratitude journal for years and credits it for helping her stay present and appreciate every moment. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson has also spoken about gratitude's role in his life. He shared in an interview, "Every morning before I do anything, I take a moment to be grateful for my health, my family, and my opportunities. It keeps me grounded and focused." Even Lady Gaga, a global music icon, has credited gratitude with helping her overcome depression and anxiety. She once said, "Practicing gratitude every day, no matter how hard life gets, has been my saving grace." Gratitude is most powerful when shared. Take a moment today to text, call, or write to someone you appreciate. Expressing gratitude not only strengthens relationships but also amplifies its positive effects. By making gratitude a daily habit, you don't just rewire your brain, you reshape your entire life. Resilience, turning setbacks into comebacks. Life is unpredictable. No matter how much we plan, obstacles will arise. Some people let setbacks define them, while others use them as fuel to come back stronger. What makes the difference? Have you ever asked yourself, do I see failures as an end or as a stepping stone to something greater? Dr. Carol Dweck, in her book Mindset, The New Psychology of Success, states, "In a growth mindset, challenges are exciting rather than threatening. So rather than thinking, oh, I'm going to reveal my weaknesses, you say, wow, here's a chance to grow." This shift in perspective transforms failure into an opportunity for learning and self-improvement. Have you ever noticed how 2 people can go through the exact same difficulty, yet one crumbles while the other rises? What separates them isn't intelligence, talent, or even luck, it's resilience. Resilience is the ability to bend without breaking, to rise after falling. Angela Duckworth, in her book Grit, The Power of Passion and Perseverance, explains that success isn't about who has the highest IQ or the most natural talent. It's about who keeps going despite failures. She writes, "Enthusiasm is common, endurance is rare. This endurance, the willingness to keep pushing forward, is the key to resilience." Action item: reframe failures as learning opportunities. The next time something doesn't go your way, instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask, "What can this teach me?" Every mistake, every loss, every rejection carries a lesson. Let's take a lesson from J.K. Rowling, who was rejected by 12 publishers before Harry Potter became a global phenomenon. Imagine if she had given up after the first or second rejection. Would the world ever have known the magic of her storytelling? Rowling later said, "Failure meant a stripping away of the inessential. I stopped pretending to be anything other than what I was and began to direct all my energy to finishing the only work that mattered to me." Think about your own life. What setback have you faced that, in hindsight, helped shape you into a stronger person? How do we build resilience? How do we train ourselves to see obstacles as opportunities rather than roadblocks? Develop self-compassion. We are often our harshest critics. Best-selling author Brené Brown emphasizes the importance of self-kindness. She says, "Talk to yourself like you would to someone you love. When you fail, instead of beating yourself up, treat yourself with the same kindness you would offer a friend." Focus on what you can control. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Resilient people don't waste energy complaining about things outside their control. Instead, they focus on their response. Embrace change. Life is full of uncertainties. The ability to adapt is a hallmark of resilience. Tony Robbins teaches that the only thing that's keeping you from getting what you want is the story you keep telling yourself. If your current story is one of defeat, rewrite it into one of victory. Challenge yourself. Make a resilience plan. Take a moment today to think about a current setback you're facing. Ask yourself, what's one lesson I can take from this? What action can I take right now to move forward? Who can I seek guidance from to help me navigate this challenge? Write these answers down. The simple act of acknowledging your struggles and making a plan strengthens your resilience muscle. Every great success story is filled with failures, setbacks, and moments of doubt. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is simple: resilience. So the next time life knocks you down, remember, this isn't the end of your story. It's just the beginning of your greatest comeback. The daily practice of a positive mindset. A positive mindset is not something you set once and forget. It requires daily maintenance, just like exercising your body or brushing your teeth. But why is consistency so important? Have you ever noticed how small habits, repeated daily, shape the course of your life? Psychologist William James, often called the father of modern psychology, once said, "The greatest discovery of my generation is that a human being can alter his life by altering his attitudes of mind." This means that your life isn't defined by external circumstances alone. It's shaped by the way you consistently train your thoughts. The science behind daily positivity. Neuroscientific research supports the idea that our thoughts physically rewire our brains. In The Upward Spiral, neuroscientist Alex Korb explains how positive thoughts and behaviors create lasting neural pathways that reinforce a more optimistic outlook. The more you practice positivity, the stronger those neural connections become. Dr. Rick Hansen, in his book Hardwiring Happiness, explains that our brains have a negativity bias, meaning they are naturally more attuned to threats and problems. However, we can override this bias through intentional practices, such as gratitude and visualization. He writes, "The brain is like Velcro for negative experiences, but Teflon for positive ones." To counteract this, we must consciously focus on positive experiences and reinforce them daily. Action item: create a morning routine for success. Your first hour sets the tone for the entire day. Instead of reaching for your phone, try this: mindfulness and deep breathing. Start with a few minutes of meditation or deep breathing. Studies from Harvard University show that mindfulness reduces stress and enhances emotional regulation. Gratitude journaling. Write down 3 things you are grateful for. Research from UC Berkeley's Greater Good Science Center indicates that consistent gratitude practice increases long-term happiness. Affirmations and visualization. Repeating positive affirmations strengthens neural pathways for optimism. Imagine yourself succeeding, much like top athletes do before competitions. Reading or listening to inspirational content. Feed your mind with knowledge. Books like Atomic Habits by James Clear emphasize the power of small daily improvements. Physical activity, a simple walk or stretching session, releases endorphins, the body's natural happiness chemicals. James Clear, in Atomic Habits, explains, "You do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems." This means that long-term change isn't about setting big, overwhelming goals. It's about building small, sustainable habits that, over time, create massive transformation. Think about this. If you improve by just 1% every day, where will you be in a year? The answer is a staggering 37 times better than where you started. The key is consistency. Challenge yourself. Implement one daily habit today. Pick one simple habit to reinforce a positive mindset. Will you start a morning gratitude practice? Replace negative self-talk with empowering affirmations? Read 10 pages of a self-growth book every day? Write it down and commit to it. When you practice positivity daily, you don't just change yourself, you change your environment. Studies from Yale University suggest that emotions are contagious. When you bring a positive mindset to work, family, and social situations, others will pick up on it and mirror your energy. Psychologist Barbara Fredrickson, in her book Positivity, introduces the broaden and build theory, which explains how positive emotions expand our thinking and increase resilience. She states, positive emotions don't just feel good, they transform our minds, making us more creative, open, and resilient. This means that cultivating a daily habit of positivity has far-reaching effects beyond just feeling happy. It helps you thrive. Positivity is a choice. Every day, you have a choice. Will you let circumstances dictate your mindset, or will you take control and choose optimism? Success, happiness, and resilience aren't reserved for a lucky few. They are available to anyone willing to put in the daily work. The question is, are you ready to commit? Taking control of your energy. Your energy is one of your most valuable resources, yet so many people give it away freely to negativity, distractions, and unproductive habits. But what if you could take back control? What if you could harness your energy and direct it toward success, happiness, and fulfillment? The Greek philosopher Aristotle once said, "We are what we repeatedly do." Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. Your daily habits, routines, and environment determine the energy you carry throughout the day. If you consistently allow stress, negativity, and toxic influences to drain you, you will never reach your full potential. The science behind energy management. Scientific research has shown that energy is not just physical. It is deeply tied to mental and emotional states. According to Dr. Jim Lower and Tony Schwartz in their book The Power of Full Engagement, energy, not time, is the fundamental currency of high performance. Their research explains that managing energy effectively, rather than just managing time, leads to greater productivity, focus, and well-being. Neuroscientific studies also support this idea. Dr. Andrew Huberman, a neuroscientist at Stanford University, explains that our energy levels are regulated by the autonomic nervous system, particularly the balance between the sympathetic, fight or flight, and parasympathetic, rest and digest, systems. Chronic stress keeps us in a heightened state of alertness, leading to exhaustion and burnout. However, activities like mindfulness, exercise, and intentional rest can shift the nervous system back into a recovery state, preserving energy and boosting resilience. Take a moment to reflect on where your energy goes each day. Ask yourself, what activities leave me feeling drained? Which people or environments negatively impact my energy? What habits increase my energy and focus? A study published in the Journal of Positive Psychology found that engaging in activities that promote flow state, a deep state of focus and enjoyment, significantly enhances energy levels. This means that prioritizing meaningful, engaging work over passive distractions can make a dramatic difference in how energized you feel. The Stoic philosopher Seneca once wrote, "Most powerful is he who has himself in his own power." This reminds us that energy management starts with self-discipline. If you constantly react to external circumstances rather than proactively managing your mental state, you will always feel drained. Similarly, Friedrich Nietzsche said, "He who has a why to live can bear almost anyhow." This highlights the importance of having a purpose. When your actions align with your values and goals, your energy naturally increases. Purpose-driven individuals have higher levels of motivation and resilience because they see challenges as steps toward something meaningful. Actionable strategies for energy mastery. 1. Protect your mental energy. Avoid unnecessary distractions. Studies from the University of California, Irvine show that it takes an average of 23 minutes to refocus after an interruption. Minimize interruptions, set clear boundaries, and schedule deep focus work sessions. 2. Prioritize sleep. According to research from Harvard Medical School, sleep deprivation not only reduces energy but also impairs cognitive function and decision-making. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep by maintaining a consistent bedtime, limiting screen exposure before bed, and creating a restful environment. 3. Move your body. Exercise isn't just for physical health, it's essential for mental energy. A study in psychosomatic medicine found that regular physical activity significantly increases energy levels while reducing symptoms of fatigue and anxiety. 4. Fuel your body wisely. Nutritional science shows that high-sugar, processed foods cause energy crashes, while whole foods rich in protein, healthy fats, and complex carbohydrates provide sustained energy. Research from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition highlights the importance of a balanced diet for cognitive performance and stamina. 5. Cultivate mindfulness and restorative practices. Meditation, breathing exercises, and gratitude practices have been proven to lower cortisol levels, reducing stress and improving focus. A study published in JAMA Internal Medicine found that mindfulness meditation enhances attention and reduces fatigue. 6. Surround yourself with positive influences. Your environment affects your energy. Motivational speaker Jim Rohn famously said, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." Choose to spend time with people who uplift, inspire, and challenge you to be your best. Challenge yourself. Make a conscious energy shift. Today, commit to removing one energy-draining habit and replacing it with an energy-enhancing one. Will you swap social media scrolling for reading an inspiring book? Will you replace negative self-talk with affirmations? Small changes compound over time to create profound transformations. Your energy determines your ability to achieve your dreams. Instead of letting external factors dictate how you feel, take control of your energy by optimizing your habits, surroundings, and mindset. The question is, will you let distractions and negativity drain you, or will you harness your energy to build the life you desire? Final call to action. Implement, don't just listen. Now, here's where real change happens. Knowledge is useless unless applied. Choose just one action item from today and commit to it. Will you start a gratitude journal, speak positive affirmations, change your morning routine? Your future is shaped by the decisions you make today. And if you're ready to take this journey further, check out our other videos for more inspiration and insight into mastering your mindset. Remember, your thoughts create your reality. Choose them wisely and go build the life you deserve.